Hey everyone, it's LaDon. Wanted to make a video for you today just to demonstrate my braid out technique. I'm going to do a braid out. I'm going to do it on dry hair. And this is actually a 5-day-old wash and go um, that I know will not last another day, but I don't feel like washing it. And so braid outs and twist outs for me are great transitioning styles because I don't necessarily have to wash my hair if I don't want to. I can just transition into that, into that style and wear that for 2 or 3 days. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Here, I'm going to be using for hold, I'm going to be using this Kinky Curly Curling Custard. It has a nice hold to it. It's very moisturizing. It minimizes frizz. And on braid outs, it's not crispy. So it gives you a very soft hold. It feels very soft. Um, so I'm going to opt to use that. I'm going to have my water bottle. Yes, I said I was going to do a dry braid out, but I'm going to use this water bottle that's filled with water and aloe vera juice to add just some extra moisture to my hair and to also assist with smoothing my hair just a bit so that my natural curl pattern is smoothed out enough so for the braid out, the pattern created by the braid out to really take to my hair. And I'm going to be using just a clip, use as many of those as you'll need for this. And then I'm going to use a Denman brush. Now, you guys have never seen me use any type of tool on my hair. I may have used like a pointy end of a comb to lift hair, I think, when I did my Bantu knot out tutorial. But you've never seen me use a Denman brush. I've not used this brush in um, probably 3 months or so. Normally when I style my hair, I just use my fingers, but I may use this today to assist with the smoothing out process of my hair. So we'll see. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is figure out where you want your part. You're going to think about how you want to style your hair the next day. Once you have figured that out, you want to then create sections around that part. So you're going to create your first section. This is a rather large section. For me, it's a large section because I want um, the texture that's created by the braid to be a little bit looser. If you want it to be tighter, then just create a smaller section. I'm misting water. You're going to mist that water on your hands and then apply it to your hair. That way you don't cause your hair to revert back. You're just putting enough water on it so that you're able to work with your hair and you're able to stretch it without damaging your hair, breaking, doing any of that kind of unhealthy activity to your hair. So now I'm grabbing my Kinky Curly Curling Custard and I'm working that in my hair. And I'm using that because I want to add some hold um, to the style. And then I'm going to use my Denman brush to comb the section. Another reason I'm using the Denman brush is not only to smooth the section so that I'm able to get rid of my natural curl, but I'm also doing it because the Denman brush allows you to remove any hair that naturally would have shed over the course of the wash and go. Remember, this wash and go is 5 days old, so no finger detangling has been done to this hair or washing to this hair in 5 days. Normally, I would have washed it and detangled it in the shower and got rid of those shedded hairs. But now I'm able to do that with the Denman brush. So now I'm braiding the section, and you're going to do that. And then if you would like for the ends of your hair to have a nice curl to them, You can take the ends and then wrap them around your finger to create a spiral. And that just helps, in my opinion, for the ends to look really nice and neat and uniform. I don't like to braid all the way down to the ends of my hair. Um, the braid outs, in my opinion, when you do that, they end up being kind of ununiform, and the ends can sometimes come out really frizzy. Um, and so to avoid that, I like to go ahead and do the spirals at the end of them. It also helps to keep your braid together. It keeps it from unraveling. So I'm going to do the exact same process to now my second section. I'm going to spray water on my hand just as you would do, and then you're going to apply it to your hair, just kind of working it in. Once you get a feel for how much water comes out of your water bottle, you can spray directly on your hair. I'm going to do that later in this video, but it's just really helpful again to ensure that you don't apply too much water to your hair, because again, you don't want it to revert. You just want enough to be able to work with your hair, to use the Denman brush to remove those shedded hairs and to smooth the hair. And so now again, I'm going to add my Kinky Curly Curling Custard. And I'm going to start pretty much at my ends and then work my way up the hair shaft. I'm not going to bring the gel all the way down to my roots. I never bring product down to my roots or my scalp, only because I don't want to have to worry about product buildup on my scalp. It's just one less thing to worry to worry about. And then I'm going to start braiding. And I'm going to braid my hair all the way down until I reach the last inch and a half or so, or inch of hair. And then I'm going to go ahead and twirl it around my finger to create that spiral, which will again allow my hair to look nice when I take the braid out loose, and then also it'll help to keep that braid from unraveling. And you're just going to repeat that process all the way around your head. All right, so I'm about to take a little hair braiding praise break to celebrate my last plait. Oh, I'm putting in my last braid here. My arms were truly burning. So just a couple of things to remember. Please remember not to use too much water, because that will cause your hair's natural curl pattern to revert. And the whole objective of doing a braid out is to enjoy the texture that's created by the braid, not your natural hair um, curl pattern. So just use enough to be able to work with your hair. Um, and then also make sure that you don't use too much product as well, because just like too much water, too much product can cause your natural curl pattern to come back as well. The other thing to remember is, just be gentle with your hair. Your hair is not going to be damp. It certainly isn't going to be wet. So when you use that Denman brush, you want to just, be gentle, making sure that you're not, pulling hard on your hair or breaking your hair as you're using the Denman brush. And of course, twirl those ends around your finger so that you get a nice little curl at the end. So I'm finally done. And I think I look like I'm in the color purple, so I'm about to do my little color purple patty cake for you right now. And so this is what the finished product will look like. I did not braid the very bottom of my hair because my hair curls nicely down there, and if I braid it won't take the braid out pattern very well. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up, sleep on a satin bonnet, and go to bed.